Today, our group is going to present on Disney and some ideas that we have for the company to improve their overall success and just to make their business more efficient. So we think that there are a couple observational behaviors within the company of Disney that we feel, if worked on, if improved on, the company can just be more efficient and be an overall experience that is better for not only the employees, but also for the consumers as well. And so today we're going to go over these problems that we've come up with. We're going to just kind of go into some additional knowledge about those problems, what we want the goals that we have for Disney overall, what we want them to reach. We want to go over those goals. We want to talk about before, where they are now, and then go into what their company can look like after they're able to make these changes. And then we want to talk about how Disney themselves can support these changes within the entirety of their company. And then we're going to give those step-by-step actions, things they can start right now to begin making those changes. And then we're just going to kind of conclude our thoughts and give an overall summary of what we want, what we think Disney can do to be better. So Disney, first off, was actually founded over 100 years ago in 1923 by Walt Disney. They are one of the biggest well-known brands across the globe, and they operate multiple theme parks, resorts, media networks all over the world, within the United States, Europe, Asia. Most of the world has something involving Disney, and not including their movies, which are obviously all over the world. Disney is very well known for their immersive experiences. What I just referenced with their parks and their resorts and their movies in general, they make sure that all of these are very immersive. And because of these immersive experiences, that leads to their brand their followers being very loyal. They have a very strong brand loyalty for the whole company, and everything that they come up with, everything that they produce has a very strong following. And with this large brand, with these multiple parks all over the world and these resorts all over the world, it leads to having many employees worldwide. They have tens of thousands of employees that not only work in their parks and their resorts, but they also work on their movies and the production side of their television service as well, their network service as well. And so we're going to kind of talk about this company and what they can do to improve.
The focal problem of Disney involves declining in employee engagement and morale, particularly in its theme park division. This is often linked to high turnover rates, dissatisfaction with work-life balance, and concern over compensation. The problem's underlying cause. So first, we have workload burnout. So many employees at Disney theme park division face excessive workload and long hours, leading to burnout. The next one is compensation and benefits. Employees feel that their compensation is not in line with their demands for their role, particularly in low-wage positions. Management and leadership style is the third. A lack of supportive leadership and clear communication contributes to frustration and disengagement among staff. Post-pandemic challenges is the last. The ongoing effect for the COVID-19 pandemic has exacerbated staffing shortage and increased pressure on remaining employees. The consequence of this problem is increased turnover. The decline in employee morale and engagement results in higher turnover, which increases recruiting and training costs. Decreasing productive and consumer services, low engagement directly impacts productivity and quality of service provided for customers, which is crucial for Disney's theme park and resorts. Brand reputation. Negative employee experience, if publicized, can demand Disney's reputation as an employer and affects its brand image. Why solving this problem is important. Employee retention. Addressing the issue is essential for retaining talented workers, reducing recruitment costs, and maintaining consecutive quality across Disney's operation. Customer satisfaction. Motivating employees lead to better customer experience, which is crucial for Disney's success in a high competitive entertainment industry. Substantial growth. A motivated and engagement workforce is crucial for sustaining growth and innovative to Disney's operation, and particular to its theme parks, which is a key to revenue drivers. This is an orientation problem, OB problem, because it revolves around employee engagement, motivation, and leadership. Key OB problems, topics, issue like employee turnover, satisfaction, and morale are directly related to organization culture, work environment, and leadership style. Explain this problem to describe the OB theories. Hisberg's two theory factors. The theory suggests that job satisfaction and dissatisfaction are influenced by two sets of factors motivators, i.e., achievement, recognizing, and hygiene factors, working condition, and salary. Disney challenges with employees' engagement may stem from its inability with these factors. Mason's hierarchy of needs. Employees' basic needs, salary, job security, and high-level needs, recognition, self-actualize, may not be fully addressed at Disney's, impacting employee satisfaction. Equity theory. Employees may perceive a lack of fairness in terms of workload, pay recognition, and lead to demotivating and disengagement. Relative knowledge for personal experience. Drawing from personal experience, employees who feel overloaded without adequate recognition or compensation often exert burnout, leading to lower job satisfaction. In high-demand industries like entertainment, these issues are essentially common when work-life balance is not prioritized. Employee engagement, the level of employee engagement investment in their work organization. Turnover, the rate at which employees leave the company either voluntarily or involuntarily. Motivating and hygiene factors. Heisenberg's model separates job factors into motivizers and hygiene factors, which both influence job satisfaction. Work-life balance, the equilibrium between professional responsibilities and personal life, which impact overall being.
The desired future state that we want to accomplish with Disney is a lower employee turnover rate, a higher satisfaction rate and commitment to the company level from employees, and a lower amount of spending from the company spent on finding good, solid employees. Now, currently, Disney has problems with retention of their employees, especially in divisions like their theme parks, and they also have problems with the satisfaction of their employees because of benefits, work-life balance problems, and compensation issues. And so we made a couple goals to directly affect the problem and get to this desired future state. Our two goals are, first, to decrease employee turnover by 25% in the next 12 months. Now, this means less employees quitting and more employees wanting to stay with the company long term. It's always cheaper to keep an employee than to find a new employee. And the second goal is to improve employee engagement scores by 15% in the next 6 months. And these employee engagement scores are based off of the surveys that are sent out by Disney quarterly to all of their employees. The before and after we want to see with achieving these two goals are, first is taking it from a high turnover rate close to even 30% in some divisions like the theme parks and lower that to 22%. And the second goal, we want to see increased engagement scores by 15% across the board and through all divisions of Disney employees. And those will be based off of those same engagement surveys sent out by Disney. Now, these goals, if they're achieved by Disney, will directly affect their focal problem. Their focal problem is their employee satisfaction rate, which leads to higher turnover and a higher cost of recruiting and hiring new employees. It also can lead to a worse reputation among customers, which is bad for the long-term health of the company. By achieving these goals, they'll get to their desired state of happier employees, which will lead to better success for the company in general.
So how are we going to make these changes? We are going to need support. First of all, to motivate people to support us, we are going to show our data that there is an urgent need for change. The employee dissatisfaction, the high turnover rates, all the OB problems that we've been discussing show us that there is evidence and proof that something's not right or it could be done better. And that's what we want to improve on. And to help us improve, we're going to need the help of our HR team first and foremost. They oversee all of the employee development, compensation, benefits, those issues that are really the foundation of the changes that need to be made. To incentivize them to do good work and to show them that we appreciate them helping us implement these changes, we're going to offer them a benefits package. We're also going to need the help of an executive leader to be there to make any final decisions or break any ties. The need for change should be enough to incentivize them to do this job for us. Then we have our employees. Most importantly, this change is for them and ultimately will be benefiting them directly the most. And so keeping them engaged, involved, and in communication with us as we're making these changes will be a priority. We want to respect them. We want them to feel like we're listening and helping wherever and however we can. So our actions on how we're going to do this. Action number 1 is to revise compensation and benefits and make sure that the employees feel it's fair for the work that they're doing and that Disney as a company also feels that way. But we have the means to make sure our employees are feeling that way, and that is a priority for us as a company. And so that goes along with the Herzberg's 2-factor theory. And then action number 2, we need feedback, regular surveys, meetings, discussions to make sure that everyone is working as one team all together for the good of this company. And that is inspired by the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And then our third and final action to make these changes is to provide high quality leadership trainings. We need, like I said earlier, everyone to be on the same page, working together as one for the same goals. And so having leaders that understand their purpose and what they need to get across to their team is so important. And so we will be prioritizing that, and that goes along with the equity theory. So in conclusion, Disney is an incredible company. They are so successful and they're a global leader in the entertainment world. They would not be able to do that without a strong workforce. So it is so important and a priority that we are maintaining employee satisfaction. And some of the biggest problems that we have recognized in this company from what we've learned in class and looking at them is that they have high turnover rates and some employee dissatisfaction and a work-life imbalance. And that is not good for the sustainability and future of this company. So by implementing the goals and the support that we have to make them come to life and improve this company, it will really be beneficial. By investing in our employees and the workplace, we will be able to ensure the success, the good reputation, and the health of Disney. Thank you.